Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Oh, if you didn't know, it's the Print Factory here on a friggin' Tuesday. We got a two-man booth here to start us off. We're going to talk a little NBA, roll into some MLB. DC will be here at some point during this show here, but we got to talk some hoops to start, and I got the man back with me here at Big T44 DFS on Twitter. Tony, how you feeling, buddy? How was the night? How'd you do? Did you not feel great at the end of the night? Were you feeling good all night? I mean, what's going on, man? How you doing?
You got to figure out how to time that intro too. You keep hitting it too quick, and then the go live, we get half of it cut off. The people don't get to hear the you didn't know.
I think we just need it extended in the beginning.
We need a little more buffer. We need
just a little bit.
Need our boy to get us a new fresh one with all the people in there and get me all excited. Trevor's
he's working on it. He's working on it.
I'm waiting in anticipation.
But I know he's working on it.
Yeah, I mean, last night, so the Nuggets game, obviously you're referring to, it was, I mean, Nuggets start great, and they just were so bad in that fourth quarter. Jokic was bad. I mean, I'm always honest with what I see. He usually plays perfect. He was really bad yesterday, and Rudy, it looked good for what we said on the show because that's how it played out. Like, Rudy was the key. I'm not a Rudy fan, but he played really good defense. He bothered Jokic. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else. Jamal was horrible. I mean, what's worse to end your evening than down 3? First of all, Christian Brown misses a free throw, so they have to foul. But then Jamal Murray shooting a long 2 when you're down 3 might be like the biggest like knife in my heart you could have. No one hates long 2s more than me. And down 3, how can you make that mistake like in that situation? There was like 8 seconds left too. They had a timeout. Like, I think they had a timeout. I get confused because the graphic on these channels has been messed up like 5 different playoff games. The Knicks game, I thought they had a timeout. They didn't. So like everyone was going off about how they should have called it, and they didn't have one either. So they got to get these graphics figured out. I mean, they missed a bunch of shots. I'm not remotely worried. And I did love the McDaniels clip, those of you that haven't seen it, where he just says with a straight face that every Denver guy's a terrible defender. Let him know. He just went down the list too. Like, yeah, we just attack Jokic. We attack Murray, Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Cam Johnson, basically all of them. None of them are good at defense. So I love the quotes. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It was never going to be a sweep. They blew the game. We'll see what happens back in Minnesota.
My favorite thing, one, I knew you were going to talk about the long 2. I knew when he shot it, I'm like, oh my God, when they lose, like Big T is going to talk about this like that.
Even if he made it, I would have been tilted.
I know. I knew it right when he shot it too. I was like, Big T's going to be pissed that he took this shot. Also, you were talking about quotes. Everyone's talking about the Jaden McDaniels talking shit about the defense and the Nuggets and everyone. Oh, we're going to attack everyone. They're all bad defenders. My favorite quote was not even Jaden McDaniels. It was Anthony Edwards, who I swear to God, he gives like, I think he's so underrated with quotes. People miss some of these things, or it's like second. But he was talking about Dante DiVincenzo having like gorilla balls or something like that. And I love when Anthony Edwards gets on a mic. He just always says something that makes me laugh. He just doesn't care. He just says it the way he feels. And I respect the way he gets on the mic and talks, because he always finds a way to talk up his guys. Win or lose, he always finds a way to back. I feel like he very rarely like just throws guys under the bus. He always finds a way to try and back guys no matter what. Down game, Good game. and I respect that as well. But I did love the Gorilla Balls take with Dante DiVincenzo in there. But and
Especially
Julius
when you
Randle's
just
just
leave them
next to
wide
him.
open. Like you leave their only shooter wide open. Like it was just terrible.
It was bad. What also was terrible is your best two players can't down the stretch go like 2 for 12.
I mean,
or whatever.
horrible. You need to talk about Jamal. Jamal's like one of the weirdest players you'll ever see. He's either the best player in the world or he just sucks. And like the second half, he was so bad, taking bad shots, missing the shots he took. But Jokic was bad. Like I never say that. He was airballing 3 and he was gassed. He was legit gassed at the end. You could just tell. The only time he ever struggles is when he's like that, when he's gassed and he's like pressing a little bit. He doesn't shoot the floater. He passes.
And every shot was short.
Yeah.
Every shot was short, which normally tells you like he just didn't have the legs. He was tired, which we never see out of Jokic. We never really see him tired, which is
and
weird.
Rudy bothered him. Rudy legit bothered him, and we'll see. This is what's fun about series: to see the adjustments, see how Jokic responds, and I'm sure he will, like he always. He'll respond well, and I don't see Rudy bothering him that much. Jokic always figures a series out. He hasn't figured it out yet though, because he didn't play great the first game either. He struggled a lot more. They were still in it. I mean, I'm not remotely worried about that. It's still not the same to me as those other series that were battles, but maybe I'm just a blinded Nuggets fan.
Yeah, I mean, Rudy played real. So was it Rudy played like real well, or Jokic was tired, or a little mix of both?
He was just bothering him though.
Maybe
like
a little mix of both.
Getting his hand in there, deflecting balls, and that was one of the reasons he was tired. Is because I'm giving Rudy credit. I never give Rudy credit.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, Jokic sucked too. I mean, he missed shots that were open, but he was tired, and Rudy had a lot. Because when Rudy was out, it was just like we said on the show. He would just go to work on these other guys, Randall and Nas and these guys. So, yeah, I give Rudy credit.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's fair to give him credit. I also think you got to give like Murray for his bad second half. Aaron Gordon was like non-existent in that second. Like, where did Aaron Gordon go? Like I'm just saying, like it's not
he
just
was non-existent.
Murray.
Aaron Gordon's kind of always NBA's all basketballs, all matchups, but this has never been a Gordon series really. Like he's always struggled more on defense in these matchups. He doesn't. It's not like OKC is a great series for Gordon. This series, even the Spurs are a great series for Gordon. This is just a weird matchup for him.
You know why? Because Gordon can't bully Randall, McDaniels. He can't like bully them. Aaron Gordon's a bully type of player, and he can't do that against some of these defenders. And I think that kind of gives him some problems, obviously. But again, too, so Rudy played well. Anthony Edwards, even though he still shot poorly, 3 for 11 from 3, 10 for 25 from the field. He was, I thought, much better in this game, supremely aggressive, which they need out of him. And then Nas off the bench was way better. Got 27 minutes, Tony, which I said he was going to get more minutes if he wasn't frustrated. 11 and 9, impacted the game, I thought, pretty good off the bench. I mean, that's what they need. They need Rudy to be really good defensively, Anthony Edwards to do that every game pretty much, they win. And I think Nas to be good off the bench. Those are the 3 keys for them.
Yeah, so I always like to look at the plus minus, especially when Jokic is in Jokic games, because it's always entertaining to me. Do you know who was what the Wolves numbers looked like without looking?
Well, I know what they are because I wanted to look at what Rudy and Nas were specifically, and they have the exact same plus minus at -4, because I wanted to look at that. Because when I watched the game, I was like, oh, both guys played pretty well. But like Dante had the best plus minus of anyone on the floor,
which was insane. Like, how does he play at a +20? Like,
insane.
Because no one else in the game is remotely close to that.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Like Julius Randle, McDaniels, they were at a 6, which was like the next. But Dante was all the way at a 20. So Yeah, that was.
I mean, he
that
hit
was
all the
pretty
big
wild.
shot. Like all the runs were when he was in there hitting threes, so it makes sense. Jokic played that bad. He was still a plus. Like I always like to look at Jokic's
He was
because it's
+1.
hardly ever a negative. But I thought for sure when I looked, it was going to say negative last night. I thought for sure because the one stretch when he was out too in the first half, they played good. Like they were a legit plus with him out. So I don't know. I really don't know how he ended up a plus. I don't.
Do you know who the worst plus minus was for the Nuggets?
I forgot. I think it was Cam Johnson or one of those guys. Bruce
Cam
Brown
Johnson
or
was
Christian
second
Brown.
worst. It was Bruce Brown was the worst at
And that's with the
-11.
last stretch. Like he really didn't do anything in the first. So I have a feeling a lot of his negative was the first half, even because he played decent during that ending stretch where he hit a couple threes. But they did get fried at the end. So all those guys, all the closing lineup took a decent negative.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to look at that stuff after, everything and see if it kind of matches up with what you thought. Like I thought, Cam Johnson, that would have been the guy I would have guessed too. Just would have been the worst. And he played less minutes, right, Tony? So he lost some minutes. Tim Hardaway gained some minutes. I can't believe Spencer Jones getting minutes in the playoffs. At some point, that's not going to.
I mean, he's not going to get any probably next game already.
Oh yeah. And when does will Peyton Watson ever come back? Is he? Do you know anything about Peyton Watson?
I just assume he's not going to. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really know how he fits into the mix, anyways. Though, like
I'll tell you right now, they could use him instead of Spencer Jones.
But I don't think like he's a legit rotation piece, anyways. Like I don't.
I do in this series just because I think you could put. I think you could give him some minutes just to change it up against Ant. Give Ant a different look, and I think Peyton Watson could give Ant just a little different look than what he's seeing. You know what I mean? He's longer, lanky type of defender. And man, Cam Johnson's been so bad. Like, why can't Peyton Watson play over Cam Johnson right now? I know it sounds ridiculous, but Peyton Watson was really good this year. I know you say maybe
wrong with him though. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
He re-injured his hamstring.
Yeah, like I don't think he's like that close. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's DC. What's going on, DC? We were just talking about the Nuggets Wolves game. I don't know if you watched the game, if you had any comments on the game here. Big T's obviously.
Look how happy he is.
A little sad.
He's so happy. Look at that smile.
Listen, the baseball show was scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern. I was just perusing Twitter, as I normally do, and I saw you guys jump on here. I was a little offended I wasn't invited to the basketball show.
You're always welcome.
You're always invited. You didn't get a time changed?
With Caglianone going yard and the Wolves pulling off.
I had like 10 people tag me too. DC owned your ass, and then the Wolves too. Like, man, maybe I need to hop off. Let you guys have a little jerk session.
It was funny that every single time Tony makes fun of a DC baseball play, he always hits a bomb. So next time this happens, I have to just max bet whoever DC has as a home run play. Because I listened to you guys go back and forth on Cags. You totally jinxed it, Tony. I
one
agree.
Freaking run too, and then they scored like 19 runs in extra innings. His run was the only friggin' soul, just right up the chute.
He hit a bomb though. That's all that matters. He hit an absolute bomb. Hopefully, it's another one.
I almost bet the home run prop too, just because I know how it goes. When I really make fun of a guy like that, they always hit a bomb. Always.
You need to start doing it.
But it won't work if I bet it. Then it won't hit. I'll be right. I'll be more mad. I'd rather just do it this way.
Yeah, Ant might be cooking Peyton Watson, but I'll tell you right now, it's better than Spencer Jones or whatever minutes, and I think it's better than Cam Johnson minutes, to be honest with you. But yeah,
it's gonna be a hell of a series, though. After that game, I mean, all the trash talking, it's gonna be awesome.
I do love the trash talk, I love the McDaniels quote.
The McDaniels stuff was so funny.
It didn't even crack a smile the whole time, like just dead serious.
And then you got Ant talking like us, like Gorilla Nuts for DiVincenzo.
Gorilla Nuts. That's what he said. Yeah,
I love it.
Balls. I love that stuff. I had to get up. What's going on? Everyone in chat. See Don Easy in there. Corey Holt, Big Ed. Love to see it. Spencer Smith. I don't know what he's talking about. JS, you got did he say Dipper? I have no idea what he's talking about. I wanted to find this comment though about one of the products over at runpuresports.com. Fuck, I lost it. There's too many in here. It was talking up the Research Hub, saying really appreciate the Research Hub adding the product. Oh, here it is. There we go. If y'all read this, thank you for the hub. Great product. Glad you like it. Glad you joined. I think you were one of the guys last week asking about joining. So glad you joined up, and glad you like the hub. If you do have any questions on the hub too, feel free, Stat Station, the guy who created the hub, you can always shoot him a message. There is a chat in there specifically talking about, feedback for RPS tools and any questions you have on the tools. So new tools, if you are a new member, you're just signing up, you've never used the hub, you can feel free to just shoot a message in there. Hey, what's this? Or, Tony and DC and myself try and do a decent job of explaining it, but no one's better at explaining something than the actual creator of the tool. So Stats can definitely give you a better idea and stuff like that. So feel free to shoot a message in there. And if you do have any feedback, feel free to send some feedback as well. But glad you enjoyed the hub. Boys, let's get into the NBA talk here. We do have a 3-game slate over on DraftKings. And I do want to shout out our boy, Memphis Doug, came in 10th in the flagship on DraftKings yesterday. I think it was like a 4 or 5 man chop with I don't know if they have the same team, but it was like the same score. But man, I thought he had the best team. He needed Aaron Gordon in the end. He needed something from Aaron Gordon in the second half. Did not happen for him, but he had the Colin Murray Boyles and Sandro team. So he had both Murray Boyles and Sandro, which was super unique, I thought. And not many people did it. And Podol got phased out in that second half, and those two guys absolutely crushed. So shout out to Memphis Doug if he's watching. Saw that team. Congrats to you for 10th, and maybe you run it back here tonight. But all right, 3-game slate. Let's get into it before we get to the baseball talk here. We're starting off with the first game at 7:00. Philly at Boston, game 2 here. Boston absolutely ran away against Philly. And honestly, it wasn't even that Boston was very good. And this is just my opinion, but I watched that whole game and I thought both teams didn't play good. I just thought one team was just superior in so many different ways. And that was Boston, obviously. And they just owned them. And again, it's just like Boston might just be that good where they can do stuff like this against teams like Philly. Eventually that won't work, but in my opinion, they won by 30, and I thought they played kind of bad. It's just Philly played way worse, which is saying a lot. So I don't know if Philly can play even that bad again. Maybe they can. Maybe Boston just plays really good. But Tony, what do you think here? Is this another blowout? We did have 2 dogs win yesterday. We got to throw that in there.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see Philly competing in this series. Tonight, you have 2 of the teams that I really struggle to see 2 of the dogs win. Obviously, the Lakers game could go either way, but the first 2 games, man, I struggle to see. I just can't see Philly. But Boston's a veteran team that is just so – unless they have one of those games where they just miss all their threes, which we've seen versus the Heat the last few years. I just don't see it from Philly, though. I mean, feels like just an easy cakewalk, similar to the first game. And I honestly would project it similar to the first game where, like Tatum, we liked Tatum that first game. Didn't love. I know Doogie Howser had a pretty good game, but I'm not playing him at 4,200. Vooch had foul trouble. I mean, I don't love it with Kata. Really, it's just Tatum for me from Boston. And then Philly, I mean, Maxey didn't look great. Paul George, we've seen him in the playoffs. I don't see a ton. Honestly, I don't want to waste a ton of time digging into it because I don't love a whole lot in this game besides Tatum.
Yeah, I think you can make the case that this game, kind of like yesterday's first game, where there were a couple plays, but not a ton. It's definitely not like a game you wanted to stack. Obviously, Toronto had like the cheap pieces, but other than that, you didn't really need anything else there. This could be that game. Maybe it's not the cheap pieces, though. Maybe it's a stud that you need, and the rest you don't. DC, do you kind of like see it that way with these kind of studs, Jaylen Brown, Maxey, Tatum?
I mean, yeah, yesterday we were kind of on it, right? Not loving the Toronto Cleveland game and saying game stack up the other two, which I did, and both those teams did pretty well. Obviously, didn't get to the complete nuts, but Philly just seems outgunned here, right? I mean, especially in the playoffs, like anything can happen in a regular season game, but when these teams are actually focused on defense and exploiting mismatches, I mean, Philly's got kind of a washed Paul George. Boston's got good defense to put on Maxey, no Embiid. Obviously, Edge comes a rookie. And then you got Tatum, who, I mean, he looks like all the way back to me, right? Like a top 5 player in the league. And I just don't, anything can happen. Like you said, Big T, Boston shoots a ton of threes. So that's Philly's path. If they just shoot, 20% from 3, then sure, game will be close. But I think in most runouts, Boston runs away with it again. Tatum seems like the clear best play. And both the other games seem a little better to me. So I'm kind of riding with Big T here. I just don't see Philly competing here in Boston. So I think we see probably another blowout, honestly.
Isn't it crazy? Jason Tatum had like an absolutely sick game, and he shot 1 for 7 from 3. He only got to the free throw line 6 times. Like, he could even, it's just crazy like how much better he actually like could be. And everyone's like, he looks all the way back. He does look kind of all the way back, but like he could have had a way bigger game. And that's in a blowout where he lost, I think, 7-ish minutes of fourth quarter run in the end. So obviously he only played, 32 minutes in that game. That would have been 39 in a somewhat competitive game.
Is there we saw the Raptors bench guys kind of get there yesterday. Is there a couple guys to play from this game coming off the bench, blowout script to pair with like the studs later?
So Boston, I think, is tough. But the one thing I noticed from Boston, which I was kind of a little surprised about, was Peyton Pritchard got pretty much the full blowout run. And that was even when they brought in like the guys like Jordan Walsh at the end, Ron Harper. Peyton Pritchard was still out there. He pretty much got all of blowout run. Maybe he got taken out with like a minute left. I can't remember, but I remember him being in there when the game was clearly over. Like Maxey went out of the game like 5 minutes ago, and Peyton Pritchard's still in there playing with the scrubs. So I think that's one thing to note. If you like blowout, Peyton Pritchard kind of gets helped, I guess, by a blowout because he's the one that still will get some run. I don't know if it's just because they need a ball handler out there and they don't trust any of these other guys, or Peyton Pritchard in a real competitive game, maybe he doesn't get as much run as they'd like him to, so they give him the blowout run on top of it because maybe some games he doesn't crack the 30-minute mark. I don't know, but I thought that was interesting just looking at it on the surface. I'm with you though. Like I think Tatum's the clear play again. Like I said, give him 38 minutes, 39 minutes, and let's see what he does here. And maybe he shoots well from 3 as well. He could have a monster game. And then I think if you're stretching, Peyton Pritchard or Vucevic would be the other 2 guys. I don't like Philly though. I mean, can either of you sell yourself on a Philly guy?
I struggle with it for sure.
Yeah. Drummond, chat saying Drummond. He played a lot actually. He just didn't do a lot when he was out there. Only 2 field goal attempts, got a couple rebounds. It's just a tough matchup for Drummond. Like it's a really tough spot for Drummond, but he is at least, getting some minutes. I mean, Bona is, he's obviously playing over Bona. So
no discount for Drummond though. I mean, 5,200.
No,
it's a lot. It's a lot to pay.
Center does kind of stink though. So if you did just want to pay down, that's why I'm not like, it's not like the craziest thing. But yeah, I agree with John. But Bona does suck. Like he's terrible. So he 14 minutes was too much. Can't believe he got 14 minutes. All right. Well, I guess that game, no one really likes that game outside of like a play or two. Maybe we'll get in some good plays in the next game. We got Portland, San Antonio here. I was kind of shocked with the run that San Antonio gave their main guys, but I guess they had that game. Maybe if the game was like a little bit closer down the stretch, maybe they pushed their guys a little bit more, but Victor Wembanyama, 11-5. Denny had a good game first time out. He's 9-2. Tony, I'll throw this one back to you here. You don't like the first game. I assume you might like this game a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the late game the best as far as plays. But yeah, Denny just looks like a beast. So that's kind of where I struggle on the top range. Do I play Tatum? Do I play Denny? Do I play LeBron? Do I play Wemby for that matter? Like all of those guys feel like good plays to me tonight. You're going to have a hard time picking. And the two blowout games, it makes it even harder because like a guy like Wemby, guy like Denny for that matter. I think Denny would play just because he first well, it's Wemby's first round too, but Wemby's kind of different. Maybe they play some of these guys like Denny even in a blowout type spot. Wemby, though, I don't really see him getting blowout run all that often if they're blowing him out. But Portland, I mean, Drew Holiday's a veteran. He can rise up for a game. Scoot Henderson looked pretty good last game. Time Lord Robert Williams looked pretty good last game. They got a few veterans. Jeremy Grant, then they started Scoot over Jeremy, I think, last game. I'm assuming they probably do the same thing this game. It's tough not to like Denny. He looks like a beast. Like just he's a top 10 or 15 player already. He's only getting better, and to do it against the Spurs, what he did, I mean, he looked great to me. So I really don't see a reason. And he's one of those guys that it doesn't, even against good defense, he's still going to get his numbers. He's just big, strong, solid. So I like him. I like Drew too. Again, at 6,800. You do have a lot of underpriced guys in different spots. Like Scoot Henderson if he starts again, definitely. We had a guy on the show last time too. Like, does he feel too cheap? And I kind of scoffed at it a little. And then once he started, though, it changed things. And then he looked pretty good to me. He was aggressive. He was getting after it, made a few shots. So yeah, I like that price on Scoot. It's kind of like the 4K range yesterday too. There was a bunch of those guys. Shoved it on Big TJ, huh? Who's Drew? DRUE? He shoved it on me.
I can't remember this,
but
we've
done shows for 12 years. He probably did shove it on me.
I'm sure it did happen. I believe
love how everyone always remembers when I get it shoved on.
You know what else I like, Big T? JSU couldn't even remember what this was referencing, and he still put
it up. Yeah. I still put it up. I was like, because in my head, I'm like, this definitely happened. I believe it. Like, Spencer never told a lie in his life on this show. I mean, never.
People love it. Like, how come either I never have a good take in my life, or no one ever brags on me, because no one ever's like, remember when Big T owned JSU all playoffs in NFL? Like, I never once heard that. Like, never a single time. Like, whenever I'm right, I don't hear anything, and I get clowned on every single time.
This is what I was hoping for. We got victim Big T here on the show today.
Big T. His Nuggets lose. He just wants a little love. He just wants a little love in the chat. I mean, come on, chat. Big T needs a little love.
Everybody has feelings. I mean, my feelings are hurt here.
All right. See, Don Yeezy.
Thank you, Yeezy. I appreciate it, Yeezy. That makes me feel better.
True. All right. Fair enough. Let's see here. So Denny, Tatum, LeBron. My issue, I like Denny. I like your take, Tony, but my issue with Denny is you kind of got to play him over one of those two.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
So are you playing him over one of those two? Is he ranked above one of those two guys?
Probably not. If I'm playing one team, probably not. I did last game. I mean, last time we had the 4-gamer, I played a lot of this game, the Spurs, Portland, and I felt good about it too, honestly. It was just, yeah, send it over, Dope. Yeah, I'll check it. That'll make
He
my
loves
day. all
dogs,
better.
man. Send him over one. He loves dogs.
Yeah.
I hope you get your microscope over there for Dub J.
Seahawks definitely shoved on me. There you go. There's
There
someone
we go.
coming in
Thank
for
you.
Tony. There's someone coming in.
I got dick pics and Seahawks. So I'm going good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, and the harder part too is we get to the next game. Like, I don't know how I'm not going to play LeBron. I mean, I guess in theory he's older, coming off that good game, but the problem is he has all the usage, even compared to the other stars we just talked about. I mean, he's playing with, let's just face it, nobody. I mean, he's playing with Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, and DeAndre Ayton. So, like, he's going to have more usage than these other guys, but he's also 41. So, I'm torn. I want to, like, give you a definitive answer, but I don't want to say it and then change it. You got to sign up for the content to see who I end up playing with these studs, because I'm honestly torn.
The T stands for testosterone. Dude's levels are off the chart. I mean, come on, Tony. There you go. You get a little bump back.
Because there's no way my testosterone. I don't have any testosterone these days.
I agree, Spencer. It's a great start to the show. All right, so that was Portland. DC, do you agree with Big T? Do you like Denny and anyone else from the Portland side?
I do like Denny for upside. Clearly, they need him, right? Like, if this game is going to stay close, it's got to be Denny. He's their main guy. I'm a little worried, though. I mean, the Spurs have a lot of good defenders. Denny kind of, kept him in it to some extent in game one. And we see teams make massive adjustments in between games in the NBA playoffs, way more so than in the regular season. I'm a little worried the Spurs are going to, like, force the ball out of his hands, right? Maybe they run the trap at half court and make him pass it. Make someone else beat you, right? I mean, Scoot's like a turnover machine. Drew's kind of aging. So Denny feels like his upside is intact, but I do think he's got a pretty good chance of busting if the Spurs, change their defense a little bit or blow them out. I mean, I can see several paths where Denny doesn't get there at 9,200. So when you compare him to LeBron, I mean, you could play both, but give me LeBron easily all day over Denny. I think he's much less fragile, and I think he has pretty close to the same upside. So I'm fine with Denny, but I wouldn't be surprised if he put up a stinker and the Spurs ran away with this one. It's just, Portland's a good story, but they're overmatched here, right? I mean, the Spurs are amazing and on the rise, obviously. So Denny makes me a little nervous. If the Spurs did change their defense, right, and made Denny get rid of the ball early in possessions, who do you think would be the main guy that would benefit? Would it be Scoot, Drew Holiday? I assume one of those two.
It would be, I think those two guys, Shaedon Sharpe off the bench. Sharpe had like a 27% usage off the bench. He only played like 21 minutes, but when he was out there, he was chucking. So I was kind of surprised they started Scoot too. That's interesting. I'll tell you right now, though, if Denny has a bad game, this team is going to lose by a lot. If Denny has a bad game, I don't think in this series they can afford to have Denny have like an actual stinker.
Don't you agree, JSU, though, that the Spurs are going to? I mean, they're going to change things and do their best to make someone other than Denny beat them. They
might, or what they might do is just try to say we're going to stop everyone else, and Denny might get there, but we're gonna make sure like no one else. Like, this isn't a clinging series. Like Scoot, I don't think is there yet. Drew Holiday is older. Will Drew Holiday have a couple games here and there? Of course. But I don't know if he can do it consistently. So it's like, man, if we could just, Denny's one of those guys, like, he can do it. He can score 30, 40 points. But that's not like actually his game. And can he do it consistently? Maybe the Spurs are like, let's see you do it every game. Like, we don't know if you can. Let's see you do it in the playoffs, is in the series every game. And then yeah, if he does, they probably will change it up if he does it for like 2 or 3 games in a row. But I don't think at this point they're probably even thinking that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it felt to me like in that game they had to handle the whole game, like regardless. So, but we'll see. I mean, maybe they do that. I do think, at least for me, anyways, looking at the Spurs, like I'm probably not going to pay up for Wemby at 11.5, but I'm definitely going to go back to my boy Castle. I think he still has some upside that's kind of untapped here. And I do like the bigs down here. If you need like cheap bigs, Robert Williams at 3,800. I don't really love center. So if I got to punt one spot, I actually prefer punting the center spot. Luke Cornett, Robert Williams, both down here, both got decent run last game, and I think are both viable in large field tournaments and are projecting for very little ownership. Robert Williams, 15% on Sabre. Luke Cornett projecting for like no ownership at all. So 3,800. I kind of like those guys. I think Shaedon Sharpe is still in play just because of that usage off the bench. And then, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this game. Anyone you like, Tony, on the Spurs? Because I felt like you kind of talk more about Portland, unless you don't like the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, I still like them, but you know how I am on these 2 and 3 gamers. I think that third game is just by far the best game, like all the way around. The prices, the opportunity, the fact that Houston lost game 1 and needs to win now. They're going to condense their rotation even more. Obviously, that does impact a little if KD sits again. I mean, do we have any sort of lean with that? Like, I feel like he just sits because he missed game 1 and he's probably just hurt. Yeah. Like, I just don't think if he played game 1, like I don't see why today would be different, I guess. With his knee, he's probably just done the rest of the series in my head. He's older too. He knows they're not going to win a title. He's not going to put his body on the line when he knows they're not going to win a title.
Not for a whole team that he apparently hates based on
correct. On the Twitter when he's making fun of him when DC's doing the political all-star breaks, KD's calling out his teammates. Like I just don't see it. And so to answer your question, I mean, these Spurs are fine, but I almost think it's like a stack spot, like exactly like you guys said. If you think Portland keeps it close and Denny does good, then I like my idea from the other day's slate where maybe you play a Castle and a Fox or a Champagné or a Vassell or a Vassell, all these guys. Like, I think if it stays close, this game's going to be good. I just don't know. I kind of am leaning with DC where this game could be the blowout because the other day was somewhat close for Portland. It wasn't. I never felt like it was a blowout really till towards the end. It kind of spaced up, but I don't know. I really feel like these first 2 games could blow out, and that last game just feels Hammer City to me. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I think the Spurs are gonna lay the smackdown on Portland in this game, is what I think. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think they probably cover too. I agree with you there. Let's go to that game then. And you were talking about KD, Houston, in the Lakers game 2. Lakers obviously took game 1. This is in LA. KD is a game time decision. Now the spread, Tony, it's up to 5.5. I think it opened 4.5 or 5. So it's just moved up a little bit. So I don't know if that's a indicator of KD. I think last game it dropped to like 2.5. Or something.
It was like 5.5 or 6 to 2.5 last time. So the number definitely factors him playing. Honestly, I just don't see it. But I also I'm not like combing the Twitter news and stuff. So I haven't. Maybe there's something out there that people have heard.
The only thing that interests me, because I had your same take this morning. Like if you're Kate, like going down 0-2 is okay going back to Houston. Like you're not dead and out of it, and you don't play again until Friday. So they're gonna
win without him anyways. The Lakers aren't gonna win again.
That's what I'm saying though. So it's like, do you need him to play? Like if he's actually hurt, like which we think he's
got to be actually hurt. Like he can't miss the first game.
They ruled him out for the play. There was a tweet, I can't remember from who, but that said that KD was going to miss the entire playoffs from like a credible source. And then this was a few days ago. And then like 2 days later, they're like, oh, actually, he's questionable. So, I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, they're like,
quickly.
no, we're gonna play this game with you every game where he's
Exactly. It's kind of like
the
the quickly thing. Like your hamstrings hurt, you miss game one, it doesn't heal in 2 days if you have to miss a playoff game. I think kind of the same thing is true for KD. So I personally would be surprised to see him in there.
Interesting. I don't know if this was true. They said he injured himself diving for a ball in practice or something like that, like injured his knee. I don't know if you guys saw the same thing.
I mean, it had to happen like that because he wasn't hurt, and then all of a sudden he was hurt. So I assume, I mean, I believe it.
Just like if you're KD, why are you diving for a ball in practice, bro?
That part is hard to believe. KD diving for a ball in practice. I'm not sure.
He must have been trying to like pump up.
I can't really remember KD diving for a ball in a game. Like ever.
It's probably not true. I just saw that. And I laughed. I was like, no way, this is actually real. Yeah. But all right, so let's go under the assumption, KD misses just for DFS purposes here. There was no better team from like a rotation standpoint than Houston, kind of. When you look at what they did, I mean, multiple guys, Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith, they played almost the entire game. I mean, 43 minutes on the floor. Reed Shepherd played 30, 35, 36 minutes. Şengün, I think, same thing, like 36 minutes. And then you had Josh Okogie played 25. He sucks. Tari Eason was really good in 23 minutes. And then you had a couple guys play like 10 minutes. You had Aaron Holiday, Tate, and Capella here. So this is super condensed with these top guys, at least. And if KD's out, I think all four of those guys are like really good plays. And Tari Eason's a fine play off the bench. So like this is a load up spot for the Rockets here, Tony, it seems like, and you're all in.
I mean, I just don't see a way around it. Like if KD's out, I mean, they're not going to play. I just can't imagine Aaron Holiday and these guys getting that many minutes. So you got basically five or six guys that you can totally lean on, and their price points are not baked in like KD's out. Even Şengün, Şengün was terrible game one. Terrible. And he still got to 40. And he's only 8,100. So we talked about all those other stars. I think another more than reasonable thing is to play Şengün and Amen Thompson, and they're a little bit cheaper, and they're going to play 40 minutes for sure. I mean, these Rockets plays, I can't pick a hole in them. Like they are, I think you could play all five of them. Like I don't really see, maybe, I'm sure you guys think less because I always like more, but
I'm just not playing Okogie.
Well, I'm not talking about Okogie. I'm talking about the five good guys. Like Şengün, Amen, Jabari, Reed, and Eason. Like those five are just – and at the very least, you're playing three – because obviously you don't have to play Şengün and Amen. But like Reed Shepherd and Tari Eason, both in the 4Ks, I really don't see a way around that. Like I'm just playing them. And one of the sneaky guys on the other team, DeAndre Ayton, has been good. And he's 5,100. I hate DeAndre Ayton. I think he's a bad player, but he looks good for a guy that's 5,100, and Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart and Rui. Everybody in this game is too cheap. And I know that sounds like easy, and this is just how I play NBA DFS in the playoffs. I just think this game is full shove, and the other two, we all agree are blowouts. So why not just full shove this game? Like I don't really see a downfall to it. And one way you could be sneaky is play like Tatum or Denny or Wemby over LeBron and play everybody else in the game. And all of a sudden, then you're contrarian because anyone that stacks the game is playing LeBron. So I mean, you can get creative, but I didn't say DeAndre Ayton would be sneaky, did I? If I said it, I didn't mean it would be sneaky.
No, you said that you hate DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah,
but he's been really good.
Yeah, and I don't. I mean, I don't think he's going to be. He's sneaky, but my God, he's looked good, and he's 5K. It's not like he's 6K. He's 5K. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys could talk me out of something, but this game feels like full blown, full shove to me.
Yeah, it's all deception, Jimmy. Thumbnail says MLB. We talk NBA. We'll be changing the thumbnail soon. That'll be changing. That's another project. I think Big T's trying to work on here. But for right now, it's all about deception. NBA first, MLB's coming. Don't worry. We'll be getting to MLB in a second here. DC, you want to add anything to this Lakers-Houston game, which, I mean, seems like it's obviously the best spot?
Yeah, I'm right with Big T. I think we were on it last night too. I mean, this is clearly the best spot of the 3 games. You have like 2 teams that are like desperate to win this series. I mean, the Lakers, you're looking at LeBron's, last or second to last or maybe third to last year, but like they do have Luka and Reeves, I think, coming back maybe, in a week or 2 if they can get past the Rockets somehow. And so the guys they have left are going to play huge minutes. I also think LeBron, I know you're a LeBron hater, JSU, but like you have to acknowledge he's one of the smartest players to ever play the game. And I do think he understands who he has around him and how to best get him involved. And we saw that in game 1. I mean, all the guys that got minutes smashed. LeBron didn't take a ton of shots. He took 15 shots, but he got there with 50 fantasy points. He's going to be obviously the lead, he's the only one on the team that can lead the offense really. And then his role players around him, but he knows how to get him involved. He's been doing it for 20 freaking years in the NBA. So the Lakers just don't have anyone left. The guys that are left are going to play big minutes, and I think they're going to produce. And then if you're the Rockets, losing to the Lakers with no Reeves, no Luka, obviously, like that's not, you had a great regular season. That's not like a thing that you want to entertain. So they're going to play Shepherd and Thompson and Sengun 40 minutes. I mean, to me, this feels like a do or die series game for both teams. And there's like a clear difference between the starters and the guys behind them. So I just think you're going to get all the minutes in this game from the main guys on both teams. The other games aren't necessarily quite like that. I mean, the Spurs are still super deep. I think the Celtics could blow them out. They're a deep team. If DraftKings would let me play 8 guys from one game, you got to choose one from another game. I think I would just have all 8 from this game. So I guess it'll be 7. But I just don't see how you don't stack up this game. Seems like it's going to get there again.
The worst part, DC, is because I always like when I like to stack a game, I'll just build it with all the pieces from this game. So like you said, if you put 8 of them in, like the 8 best plays, it fits perfect to exactly.
I would play that lineup. Yes.
That's one of the reasons, and I don't want to I always end up giving my full team on these. That's one of the reasons I said just go from LeBron to Tatum, because it just slides in seamlessly to that build.
And as bad as Ayton is, I agree. None of us are DeAndre Ayton fans. He's still a lot fucking better than Jackson Hayes, So he's going to be out there. I mean, I just don't see.
By the way, Ayton's way better when, shocker, there's no Luka and Reeves.
Yeah,
because Ayton does not play well with Luka. Actually, Jackson Hayes looks way better with Luka than Ayton does. But when Ayton is like the second or third option, he plays better because he gets more actual opportunities. Because LeBron at 41 is going to be more pass first than he's always actually been very much pass first because he sets guys up. He's always been a playmaker. But now, obviously, at his age, like he's definitely that way. And so Ayton probably loves this right now with no reason, and Luka just handling the ball and taking over and pretty much just like Ayton get out of the way.
I mean, Ayton is like, I think it's fair to say for Ayton right now that he's like kind of like a mentally weak player. He can't handle being the 4th or 5th option on the team. But now he's arguably second, right, with those guys out and just LeBron running the show. So, yeah, I think Ayton shows up again. I like him a lot.
Hey, Tony, can you answer this question? We betting LeBron triple-double?
That won the VIP. Well, you put the 1 and then VIP trumped you and put 3 in.
No, I bet that thing when I posted all my bets.
The 3?
Yeah, I bet that thing when I post all my bets.
I want Sengun in it too, though, so I might just do 4.
That's fine. You can
4 triple doubles in the same night.
What VIP was saying, because I posted them all like individually. And what VIP was saying was like, I put them all together. I did that when I posted them all individually. I did that too. But yeah, we're betting LeBron triple-double. So we'll be really – I don't hate – I think the play is actually – you like Şengün. I think the play is Amin Thompson. Guards
I'm
against
playing both. I mean,
guards
they're going to
against the
play.
Lakers.
They're going to play
guys,
so many minutes, man. Like, and they're not expensive for the. All this is assuming KD's out too. If KD's in,
right.
I like these guys, the whole team a lot. I like the whole game a lot less. So maybe I'm rooting on KD being out, because if he's in, I might have to adjust some things a little bit.
Yeah, if he's in, then you're going to probably like the Lakers way more, not as much like the Rockets.
And even the Lakers, I won't like as much because KD makes Houston at least better. Like, even on defense, his length, I don't like. I just hope, but we might get stuck too, because I don't think the news will hit before 8. You're not going to have many options. I mean, the projections won't be like that different, but I do think the overall flow of the game is significantly different. So we could get stuck if KD plays, but I'm just going with it that he doesn't. I mean, you're not totally dead.
Even if he does, everybody is still kind of cheap outside of Amen. Like, everyone
Amen and Reed are definitely like a decent. Man, just let him sit out, because I'll feel a lot less confident about it if he's in there for sure.
Yep. All right.
Why so gonna play though? I think we're right. I think he sits.
Yeah, I do too.
What's like the feel on Twitter? Like, what do people think on Twitter? Does he play or no? DC said, I saw the same thing he saw, where they were like, he might be out for the year or something, but I never saw.
I'm just gonna build my own lineups as if he's out, and then
I don't think you're gonna have a choice anyways. I don't think they're giving this thing up until like actual closer to game time. Not
with that 2.5 hour difference.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe we see something with the spread, and maybe the spread drops, and that's a tell or something like that.
Even
but
that won't happen though until official news hits. So if it hits, it'll
I mean,
honestly though, I hope the spread drops and he's out, so I can bet the Rockets at a better number. Give me the Rockets at a better number. I don't think the Lakers
definitely don't bet the Rockets right now. Anyone watching this, because it's not going to go up if he plays. I mean, if it does, it'll go up a tiny bit
for sure. All right, those are the 3 NBA games here. Let's go through just quick play of the day here. Your favorite play. You can do your favorite stud and your favorite cheapie or under 5K option if you want to go with that. Someone unowned here. DC, do you have a favorite stud on this slate?
Favorite stud? Not going to be super low owned, but one of you mentioned Amin Thompson. I mean, this could be like a 48-minute game for Amin Thompson, right? They're just say, we need you out there. Go do your thing. You can obviously fill it up in multiple categories. The price is right at $7,800. And yeah, he's not like a guy you need to worry about the matchups or anything, because he can kind of do it all. So I think we see a 50 burger from Amin Thompson tonight. So he's going to be owned, but he is my favorite play on the slate.
All right. I love that. That was one guy I was going back and forth on. Do you have a cheap guy, DC? Do you like any cheap plays?
Cheap guy.
Anything under 5K.
I was just trying to get on the show to give my Timberwolves victory lap. And
I'm glad that pitches all of it.
Fair enough.
For the 1 minute of pleasure, I signed up for 40 minutes extra work. So cheap guy. Scoot at 10%.
All right, there you go. Scoot. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I'll go next. I'm going right back to the well with my guy Jason Tatum. I think there's even more to it. If the game stays close, he's going to absolutely smash. Even better tonight. And then I'm going unowned cheap guy here. Like, if I'm not playing DeAndre Ayton, because I do think Ayton's a good play, but if I'm not playing him and I'm going all the way down, I like the punt at center. Give me Luke Cornett at no ownership here. I still think they're being cautious with Wemby. It makes sense too. First round, they're at home. It's Portland. I think they win this game, and I think they cover, maybe even a blowout. Maybe that bodes well for a little more Luke Cornett run again. So I'll go Luke Cornett at no ownership here. Tony, what do you got here?
The funny thing is I bumped Luke Cornett a lot in my saver because I've been.
I like Cornett too.
I like him a lot, especially with the build because he's pretty safe anyways. Though, like even if it doesn't go perfect, I think almost like the Jalen Williams with a Y play where I don't think he really ever kills you. And if you get lucky with blowout run, he might just nuke.
Correct.
So
you could still win with 12 from Cornette.
Easily. With all these studs on the slate, honestly, it could be a way to get different on the slate too, where everyone's playing these mid-range guys, and it makes a lot of. I like that play a lot, especially at center too. It makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna go Şengün for my star, just because. I mean, what's his ownership? He can't be getting that much, right? What is his?
He is 23% right now.
That's low for a stud on this type of slate. I think he triple doubles tonight. I'm going to bet that a triple double. And I'm going to go double center too with DeAndre Ayton. Those are my two favorite plays. And then what do I need? A cheap guy?
Yeah, I mean Ayton kind of goes with the cheap guy if you want.
Yeah, I mean if that counts, that's my two favorite plays.
We'll
everybody else I got is not sneaky. So I like the Cornette play though. I got to talk up that one. I like that. And you tilt me so hard on this NBA sheet that you never put a capital B in LeBron. Every time when I look at this sheet, it tilts me.
All right. Well, that is all 3 games of NBA here. The boys are going to switch over to the diamond for a little baseball talk here. I'm going to get out of here. Good luck to everyone in there.
Where are you going, James? You got to change some diapers? You can't talk some ball with us?
I got to go change some diapers and move some stuff and do some things that the wife cannot do right now because she is still on the mend. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in for the baseball tomorrow. All right. Don't worry, DC.
Sounds good, Jazzy.
There we are. And then there was 2. Let's do our normal here and pull up the old weather hub to start.
Can we talk about Boyden for a second?
Yeah, go ahead while I'm pulling up the weather edge. Let's get on. Well, because he's hiding from you.
I mean, Ticket Tuesday, a long-running tradition. I was looking forward to doing the show with Boyden all day. What do you say? He got club tickets to Wrigley Field, so he texts you. He needs a replacement, and then Big D. This is my big gripe. He has the gall to try to call you out in the coordinator's chat after 15 minutes.
Less than 15 minutes.
He needs a replacement. It's like to get out of work, and he can't even give you a freaking half-hour grace period before he
in the middle of the day too. I'm just sitting by the computer and my phone waiting to replace somebody on the show. Yeah, I mean that was uncalled for. That's why I had to send a picture of me responding that quick to him. And this is your guys' Ticket Tuesdays. I'm pretty sure I've been on 3 Tuesdays with you now. I might be the new Ticket Tuesday guy. I feel like it. I've been on at least 2 Tuesdays, if not 3. But let me pull up.
Shameful from Boyden. You got to be.
And what does the dude go to? 48 Cubs games a year? Yeah. How many Cubs games can you go to?
There's been a few. I always do the Sunday morning show, and it's always a bit of a toss up on who's gonna be there with me on Sunday morning. But not Boyden. Boyden can't be bothered.
There's no way Boyden's in there on a Sunday morning.
Last Sunday, Big T. We need someone to be there. I saw him in chat for 2 hours.
Nowhere near the show, though.
Yeah, couldn't touch the show. So I need to, maybe he was ashamed of his showing last Ticket Tuesday. He's also probably mad at me because he DM'd me a 2 for 2 on his main team on DraftKings. One of them had Max Muncy, Dalton rushing. I told him the other side, and the first side outscored the second by 87 fantasy points. So
Dalton rushing and Muncy, and I almost won the one. Well, didn't almost win, but I was up high in the 111 because I built one Dodgers team with all the scrub. Because we talked about being on it all show yesterday, but you can't build every team the same. So I'm like, how can I get different? I literally went 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 was my Dodger stack, and it just. Because I hated Rojas, hated him, but I'm like, screw it. No one likes him. He crushed. Muncy crushed. And Dalton Varshay, I just totally spaced his name. I was going to call him Dalton Varshay. Rushing is an absolute beast, man. He hits freaking nukes. What is Jake Swalls? Who's in today? We can do gear. I'm okay pitching in some gear for Ticket Tuesdays. I don't know how it works though. I'm not a normal troop here.
Yeah.
Do I have to enter the contest?
He's failed too many times to have Ticket Tuesday be sacred. So we'll run Ticket Tuesday again, but can we do it for what, an RPS hat instead?
Yeah, a hat, whatever color you want. We got gray, black. We got that's not an RPS hat. Hat. Yep. If you win, you get a hat. How do we do the link or whatever?
We'll pick someone in the chat, funny comment, whatever it is, and then I'll send you guys both the link. So I'll send it.
Since we're doing it for a hat, pick 2 people today. We'll have a little 4-man rumble.
DC does need a new hat over here.
If DC wins, he could have a hat too sent to him. Since I already have been planning on sending him one, but I haven't. Yes, DC gets one too. All right.
We'll run Ticket Tuesday, but RPS Gear Tuesday when Big T's here on the show.
We'll give a ticket too. Shit, give him a ticket too. What's the ticket for?
It's just for the flagship the next day, whatever it is, 15, 20. Yeah.
Get 2 of them in here. If they beat us, they get a. What do we get if we win? Do they have to say we're the king or something?
Yeah, no one says that. Just pride. Just pride.
Just pride. Okay, I like pride. I like pride better than money anyway. So let's get it in there. Then let's pick 2 of them. You pick one, and I'll pick one, and get both of them in there.
We're running a 4-man tonight. If you beat me and Big T both in the baseball 4-man, you'll get either a hat or a ticket for tomorrow. So we'll run that.
You can't spell my name wrong though. If you want to get brownie points, you can't spell it wrong. All right. The weather, free weather edge, as always at Run Pure Sports. I love it. I talk it up every time we do these shows. It's so good for my OCD because it's so clean. We got these games aren't even on there, right? Tonight, the 640s. They're not on there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Making sure. So we got nothing again. It looks like no weather.
Nothing.
I don't see any weather anywhere from the looks.
We're good to go.
All right, so let's check out the hub, which everyone else it's crushing. We had another big day yesterday with the hub. All you got to do, sign up and Run Pure, come to the hub. Let's see what we got on the old slate tonight. Give me some general thoughts while I'm pulling it up here. What do we got on this slate?
The pitching looks really rough to me. Outside of just a couple options would be my general take. Weather warming up. And a lot of, I think, very questionable arms. I know people love my cheap pitching takes, but I don't know. I've always said I don't just make them up. There's something behind them. Not that they always work out. But if there's not any there, I won't try to claim any pitchers that I don't really believe in. So that's kind of this slate. I mean, I definitely go into each morning of research hoping to have some 1% owned pitcher gems to play. Mick Abel, I think, were you on the show with me with Mick Abel? Maybe it was just Boyd.
No, but I saw the clip. I seen the clip go up.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the Slurpfest clip. He died a hero. I think he's gonna have to have elbow surgery after that start.
If there's one time you got to go down, it's after you get the job done for the boys.
Thank you, Mr. Abel. But yeah, there's no one that I see right now, kind of in that vein. So yeah, just a 3-4 type pitcher slate for me, which, I mean, you can take it both ways, right? Yeah, you can't find a cheap owned guy, but you can narrow it down and then you focus on maybe some bats or offenses, maybe a Caglianone that we can get a little bit different on.
Yeah. I mean, did we talk about it live on the air when you came on, or was it? Yeah, because you came on later, so you got your bragging rights about that. And the T-Wolves, Caglione kind of sounds like a mobster name too. Just freaking owning me with the mobster. Yeah, I mean, that was a good call, anyways. But let's see what we got, because we don't got at least from what I see, we don't have the just slam dunk spot we had last night where. I mean, that Dodgers spot was so good. Oh, hold on. Talk for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. My dog's going nuts. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, I didn't even know you had All right, Big T's got a dog. He's got to deal with that. He's probably on tilt. He'll be back soon. But yeah, like I said, not a ton of options at pitcher today. I'm sure the first game will start with his Mets and Twins. And so we'll wait for Big T to get back to talk about my guy, Nolan McLean, who just looks absolutely sick right now. Yeah, I was just getting into that first game, Big T. Twins, how's dog life going for you? Is it as bad as you expected?
No, it's fine, except when no one's here and that someone rings the doorbell and the dog loses the freaking mind, like the end of the world's coming. But yeah, so no one was here and I had to let someone in, but the dog was not pleased with it.
Yeah, I was just diving into that first game, Twins and Mets.
Your boy too. So when you talked about the not having any pitchers, I thought you were gonna love Nolan McLean.
I do. No, I'm saying I've got 2 or 3 guys I really love, but nobody else beyond them.
And it's just, to me, so far on the year, Minnesota has hit left-handed pitching really good, and right-handed pitching they've struggled. And I'm always like the platoon, that type of. So this feels like just smash city to me. Looking at this lineup, looking at his upside, looking at the park, basically he checks all the boxes for me. So I'm definitely on the McLean side. And so have the Mets won, or are they still on this losing streak?
I think they've lost 11 straight.
I mean, how can they have this big of a payroll every single freaking year and just every year just let down expectations? You look at this roster and that could be, I mean, MJ Melendez is seriously the hottest hitter and he's 2,100 and it's MJ Melendez. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it feels like the Mets should be a good spot here, looking against Woods Richardson. But look at how cold they've been. And I know I'm the game log, and it's not game log Mondays, but my God, they've been bad. How could you possibly like the Mets right now? Anything about them?
I mean, it's hard to like a team that's lost 11 straight games. No Juan Soto. It sounds like Juan Soto will be back maybe tomorrow. So maybe things will change for them, but like, I don't want to buy the team that can't hit for the last 2 weeks. It's a fine matchup against Woods Richardson, who's not great, obviously. And I'm not playing Woods Richardson on my own teams, but I'm not really going to the Mets here either. And also, I think this is, probably the worst hitting weather. So also best pitching environment of any game on the slate. So I'm off the Mets. I'm honestly off of all the bats here. But McLean at 8,500, I mean, he's a 10K pitcher. I've been saying it since opening day. I honestly think the best is yet to come for McLean. If you look at the matchups, I mean, the last one against the Dodgers, the best offense in MLB, but Arizona has looked good. Even Pittsburgh has hit righties well. Pitching at home, Pitchers Park, bad Twins lineup. I still think an underrated pitcher. I mean, people that followed my preseason best ball or season-long rankings know he's my highest owned pitcher going into the year. And I mean, these pitchers have honestly, all the younger players I've been on, they've just absolutely crushed coming into the year. So McLean has only increased my confidence in him, especially if that Dodgers start. I was like afraid to play him against the Dodgers, but he did it again. And so at this point, it would be the perfect, you're afraid to play him against the Dodgers.
Don't even say it. Do not cast that out on us.
Yeah.
No, don't
but
say
I feel
that.
it in my loins, Big T.
No, don't even do
but
it.
That said, that caveat aside, I mean, I'm playing McLean. He's in all my lineups. First guy in. And I think he'll be great again. So, yeah, we'll live with the results.
Yeah, now you got me nervous. But I look at this lineup.
Yes.
I mean, it just doesn't scare me. But you're right. Like, you go from the Dodgers to this. It's baseball. Like, we see some things happen in baseball. I just don't have a choice but to lean into that a little bit. All right, let's move on to
let's get Mario Donyeezy in the
he called an MJ Melendez bomb?
He did. I remember him calling it, and I confirmed. I'm a Melendez fan, but he did hit a bomb at 2K flat, even better than Caglianone. So let's get Donyeezy in the 4-man tonight.
Yeah, let's go. I love getting easy in there anyway. Get him. I will say one thing about Melendez, though. You get him, he's looking a little hotter. 2,100 in the middle of the lineup against Woods Richardson. I don't think that's the worst, like, one-off play. That, I mean, you could do worse than that. Put it that way.
I like it.
All right.
I'm in.
Let's move on to Kansas City, Baltimore. Decent hitting weather here. Looks like offense has a nice little boost. Hot weather, wind blowing out a little bit. Some big implied. Baz, Bubich. I actually like the boobs. I always say that. I like the boobs a decent amount against a Baltimore team that just hasn't hit. We talked about them yesterday. It was 1-1 like in the extra innings, right? And then it finished like 7-6 or something, whatever it was.
I posted something in Discord, in the MLB Discord, where it was like I think the total was 8.5 or 9, and it was 1-0 with 2 outs, 2 strikes in the 9th, and then finished 7-5.
See, I didn't see the 1-0 part. I thought it was 1-1, so it's even worse than I thought.
Yeah, 1 strike away from a 1-0 Royals win. Pretty much the same weather as yesterday, which it seems like is going to play really well in this Kansas City park with the fences moved in. Bubich, I have I've kind of mixed thoughts on him. I was pretty high on him coming into the year, and the results have been pretty solid for Bubich. Not spectacular, but solid. But some of the stuff plus, which I trust more than anything, even more than results or swing strike percentage, all the nerd stats I love, they don't think Bubich is as good as I think the public thinks he is. But the matchup against the Orioles, man, this team can't hit. I mean, just strikeouts all over the lineup. I'm sure you're looking at some of the metrics for these guys. I mean, I'm seeing like 6 or 7 guys with 25% plus strikeout rates against lefties long term against left-handed pitchers. So I don't like Bubich nearly as much as McClain. Right now, Saber has Bubich right in line with McClain at ownership. I don't trust Bubich nearly as much as I trust McClain, just as like a overall skill pitcher. And the matchup, I think you could argue it's a little bit better for Bubich, but I do lean McClain over Bubich. But Bubich is my 3rd favorite pitcher. Again, I said it's a very short pitching list that I'm interested in tonight. So yeah, I'm like some Bubich. Orioles bats, I mean, Taylor Ward's been hitting. Alonso, we know his power, especially against lefties. Jeremiah Jackson, I think, is an awesome play in the 5-hole. But I'm not going crazy with the Orioles. Jury's still kind of out for Bubich on me a little bit. And then Shane Baz going for the Baltimore Orioles. Has been pretty mediocre this year, and honestly, kind of a bigger name, but hasn't really produced the results that make you shy away. So Royals have been really disappointing this year. One of the things I got wrong, I thought they were going to have a good offense. Maybe they still will. Hasn't been there so far. But I still like this Royals offense in general. I don't trust Shane Baz. And this is a pretty awesome hitting spot, to be honest. So, Carter Jensen. We'll go back to my guy, Caglianone, Pasquantino, Salvador, Witt, Garcia. They got a lot of guys I'm willing to play. So hard to trust the Royals, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them put up a big number, especially after, I think it was a 12-inning extra inning game. So both teams kind of burned through their bullpen. If they're able to get to Baz early, I could see a big game for the Royals here.
Well, did you see this guy's in here chirping us? I mean, Boynton, these 2 donkeys probably don't even know how to create the Ticket Tuesday contest on DK. Yeah. Keep chirping. He's watching from the Uber, he says. I mean, he's got enough time to come in here and just chirp us while we're in here working hard doing 2 sports.
To Steve's credit, I did forget to enter the Ticket Tuesday 3-man 2 weeks ago. So
it's tough to win if you don't enter it.
But Steve won, so we didn't have to pay out the ticket. So it was all good.
He had to win if no one else was in there. Yeah. Just him.
But no trolling, Steve. Get out of here with your sweet tickets at Wrigley Field. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm with you with a lot of takes. The boobs, I love the boobs. Great matchup. Like we keep talking about every day on these shows. Baltimore, I like Taylor Ward against lefties. Pete Alonso's always been pretty good against lefties. Jeremiah Jackson, but that's it, man. Like, I guess Leote, he had a grand slam the other day. He's cheap. I just don't see it really with Baltimore until they show me something. So I'm more on the boob side. And then Kansas City, I'm not usually on them, but I kind of do like some of these matchups, like Pascantino, basically the lefties against Baz. Carter Jensen might be one of my favorite catchers of the night. Caglione, after he earned my respect yesterday, I feel obligated to play him tonight. I just feel like I have to in this total. So
he's going to get another one. Get him in there, Big T.
I kind of feel like he's going to. So I'm with you. I'm not too stubborn to hop on the wagon. And he's in the 7 hole. He'll be somewhat lower owned down there. Yeah, sign me up. Let's move on to where Boynton's going. Wrigley Field. Boynton's 38th game of the year. It's only 3 weeks in, already 38 games in. Philly, Chicago. Imanaga versus the Lizard King. Pretty good pitching here, and we still have a 8.5 or 9 run total. Looking at it, 8.5, I guess, by the implieds. Two good pitchers. It feels like a somewhat high total for 2 good pitchers, at least to me. But you do got Imanaga, lefty. I always like targeting Philly, obviously with lefties, where Schwarber and Harper hit lefties okay, but they also mash righties. So I don't love it. Yeah, I do. Who's Felix Reyes? Is he like a prospect? 2K? Man, he in the middle of that lineup. That looks pretty tasty in there at 2K. Outfielder. I'm assuming he's got to be a beast in there since I've never heard of him, and he's in the 4 hole. And Lizard King, I mean, these Cubs keep hitting. I like a lot of these guys. Carson Kelly, I love it, 2,900 against Luzardo. I don't know. I think this game is sneaky for offense. Even though the 2 pitchers are good, I think Imanaga is going to get some ownership too because he has one of the higher projections. For whatever reason, though, the total just speaks to me that it just feels like there might be some sneaky runs in this game.
We've seen this from Imanaga early on in seasons, and I think in each of his last 2 years, he's like an extreme fly ball pitcher that, like in April for most of the year, you get like 40 degrees and winds blowing in Chicago. And for a fly ball pitcher, that's perfect, like Imanaga. That's not the case this game. 70 degrees, winds blowing out at Wrigley. It's going to play like a home run ballpark today. And Luzardo, the Lizard King, he has the worst ERA of any qualified pitcher, sitting at 7.94 ERA for Luzardo here early on. I still think he's a pretty good pitcher, but I'm off the pitchers here, Big T. I think we see offense all the way around. I think Imanaga comes back to earth. Love Trey Turner leading off against Imanaga. You could play Schwarber and Harper. I definitely like the righties a little bit better. And then, yeah, Felix Reyes. I saw him homer off my guy Chris Sale a few days ago. They got him up in the 4 hole on a pretty good lineup, right? Against over established veterans like Garcia, Realmuto, Outboom. So, yeah, I think Felix Reyes is a really good one-off flat 2K cheap play. And the 2K cheap guy, I know you're with me on this one. It's hard to go wrong with these guys, right? You don't need a lot. And even if you take a 0, like they can still help you get to the winner. So in on Reyes, Turner are my 2 favorites. Garcia would be 3rd, taking price points into account. Schwarber, Harper, I have no problem with. I think Imanaga runs into trouble here. And I think same thing for Luzardo. I'm off both these pitchers. Nico Herner somehow leads the league in RBIs early on here. One of the, you get some crazy stats early on in the baseball season, but Herner, Bregman, Happ, Suzuki, Carson Kelly mashing the ball right now in the 5 hole at 2,900 at catcher. He looks like an awesome play. Dansby Swanson, I think I got to double check this because it seems like it can't be right, but I think he has 5 home runs already. 5 home runs for Dansby Swanson. So he's hitting for power. Wind blowing out. Even Matt Shaw down there in the 8 hole at 2,400. I'm on the bats here, Big T. I think this is one of the best spots to go for, especially just like home run one-offs. You don't need to stack either of these teams, but I bet we get 3-4 home runs in this game. So especially the cheap guys. I think this is a good game to go for some contrarian offense for sure. I'm off both pitchers.
I'm with you. And a lot of men stack. We've been talking about this a lot on our shows together. At least I have. You may not agree with me, but I've said it. Like when we got these spots like Coors, these are men stack teams like Trey Turner, Felix Reyes, Adolis Garcia. There's like a little 3-man that I could totally
100%.
get behind.
Yeah.
And then the Cubs, same thing. Like Herner, Bregman's been good. I love these signs too. I mean, Carson Kelly's the one that just stares at me. Like 2,900. He's always hit left. He's good. And Swanson's been hot. I mean, I love it. I'm totally on the same page with you here. And like you said, Reyes, I've played a lot worse. His only game of the year was against Chris Sale. Hit a freaking bomb, you said. I mean, I've played a lot worse than a 4-hole Felix Reyes for 2K. I played grease balls in here. So absolutely with you here. I like this game. I'll be off these pitchers. I don't really see myself, even though Imanaga, I think, is the top projected pitcher of the night.
He should not.
I don't have him. I don't think. I'm with you. I don't like him. And that was going to be one of my hot takes. So I'm glad that you don't like him either.
Absurd, absolutely absurd to have Imanaga projected ahead of McLean. In my opinion, we'll see.
I don't really get it because even the odds say it should be the other way. So I don't really understand that projection all that much. All right, Pittsburgh, Texas. We have Rocker versus Mlodzinski. We have a park that I don't love, this Texas park. I mean, Pittsburgh, man, look how hot they've been. Going against a righty. We got our boy hurt, though. Is he hurt? He's got to be hurt if he's not in. Brandon Lowe. He was out the other day, too. Is he banged up? Man, he was absolutely freaking raking. I don't like this lineup near as much without him. Don't love the park. I honestly don't like this game as much as I thought I would. Both pitchers aren't great. I just don't. Mlodzinski's been pretty good out of the gate, though. I know ERA doesn't mean anything, but it's on the screen, so I see it sitting there. That's not terrible. I don't. Kind of the opposite of last game. I don't love the offense in this game.
I'm with you for the most part. I'm mostly off the Rangers offense. Obviously not the greatest place to hit in Arlington. The Pirates offense, though, Rocker has huge splits, getting crushed by lefties, and you see that Pittsburgh knows. They moved Ryan O'Hearn first time up in the 2-hole all year long. That's for a reason, to get maximum at bats against Rocker, who gets absolutely roped by left-handed hitters. O'Hearn swinging a good bat. I mean, O'Neal Cruz, I think baseball might be the only sport like this where it's like, it has so much to do with like the player's confidence and mindset. Like NBA, it's like you kind of have the same projection night after night, not based on hot streaks or anything. But O'Neal Cruz is one where I care when he's swinging it well and locked in, and I think he's an awesome play against Rocker. I like O'Hearn, Reynolds as well. And then I keep mentioning Connor Griffin. I know it's not the platoon advantage, but this guy's going to have a huge year. He's still underpriced at 3,100. Consensus best prospect in all of baseball. Some say for the last 10 years, and the bat's coming around for him. I know he's languishing down there in the 8-hole, but if you can get a 5K player, which I think Connor Griffin is, for 3,100 and no ownership, that's a good play. So Connor Griffin, add him to the mix for me. I like this Pirates team a little bit, much more so than the Rangers. Not that Mlodzinski is super great. It's just, I just don't see much I really want to play on the Rangers. But I don't know. Their top 4, Nimmo, Langford, Seager, Berger, they could do some damage. So a little bit higher on the bats than you are. Not my favorite stacks of the night, but I do think you can go here for hitters.
Yeah, I wish Lowe was in there. I would like Pittsburgh a lot. Like you said, the lefties, you still have, maybe it's another men's stacks type spot. I always like Horwitz too. I don't know what it is about Horwitz. whenever they face right-handers that aren't great, Horwitz is always at the bottom of the lineup, and I always like him. I just feel like he's a solid splits type guy, especially at 2,400. You got really cheap price tags. Connor Griffin, like you said, 3,100. Up top, obviously they're expensive, but you got good salary relief for. Yeah, I like Horwitz. I'm with you, Legion. I need to put him in there. I need to get him in my home runs tonight. Start doing some home run parlays, stolen base parlays type things. Mike in the chat, been a Mets fan for years. Big T, you're correct with the resources they have. It's scouting and GM. Not one player their GM has picked up has sucked. Did I read that wrong? Not one player their GM has picked up has sucked.
The last sentence doesn't make sense with the first.
I think he meant to say has not sucked. There's supposed to be a not, but I get it. We're on the same page, Mike. Definitely agree with you. They're super underachieving. Let's move it on to Coors Field tonight in the 70s again. Offense with a massive plus 6.3 in the rating. Implied 6 for the Padres, 4.9 for the Rockies. My one issue with the Padres, and one of the reasons at Coors I always slam the Dodgers, they're just so solid. I mean, the Padres, I just feel like they always let you down. I don't like paying these price tags for these guys. Doesn't feel the same as what we paid for those for those Dodgers guys the last few days, at least to me. I'm not saying you can't. I mean, look at the bottom. Ty France, Furman, Cronenworth. I just don't like the Padres lineup. So I'm not going to be, and that's why I started the show. Like, there isn't that slam dunk spot that I've seen the past days. I'm more willing to get contrarian, and this isn't a confirmed lineup. I just realized too. So maybe it's a little different than what I'm showing right now. Oh, it is confirmed. Okay, on the other, I see it somewhere else. So we got Andahar in the lineup at the bottom instead of Ty France, which is a similar play anyways, honestly. Cronenworth, that's the only difference of the real lineup. I don't know. And then you got Vasquez, who's been pretty good this year. We talked to him on the show. I almost like the Rockies more than the Padres tonight, though. Just looking at these lineups. Talk to me about it, though, because the Padres, I have a stigma with the Padres. I just don't vibe with them. I don't like to play them as chalk. I feel like they never just get in there and rake. I don't know. I like the Rockies more tonight. What do you think?
I'm with you. So the Rockies are going to open with Jimmy Herget, who it's going to be one inning from him, but he's actually been really good to start the year. I'm not saying he's going to be, some ace opener when it's all said and done, but has pitched well. And then a guy I've mostly regrettably somewhat recommended in the past, Chase Dollander. He's got some crazy stuff. I mean, he's got one of the best fastballs in the league, and the results for him have been really, really good this year. I mean, look at his last outing. It's game log Tuesday here. 31.6 fantasy points for Dollander. I know he was on the road in that start, which obviously makes a big difference, but it was against a hot Houston offense, 9 strikeouts over 5 1/3 innings. He's going to be in there probably for the second inning, and then as long as he can go. I wish there were more strikeouts in the Padres lineup because I might roll the dice on a $5,600 Dollander on a rough pitching slate.
There we go. Now we're cooking. We got our guy coming out again. Here we go.
Maybe I'll do it anyway.
And at Coors Field. I like to live dangerously. I love it.
I might play Dollander just because Caglianone homered, but you guys shouldn't. So don't. But
why don't they just start him? Like, I've always wondered.
I don't know.
What's the purpose?
I don't really get it. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, Dollander is going to pitch right after Herget in this game. No question about it. He's going to get his 90 to 100 pitches. I don't think that part is like really in question whatsoever. It's still Coors Field against a pretty good lineup. So hard to pull the trigger, but it might do it on one team of 5 on Dollander. listen, if you can throw the kind of heat that he has, you can still throw by hitters no matter what park you're in. So I do think Dollander's upside is still there. I mean, the downside is like just a fucking battering, right? Where it gets you -10. I mean, it's Coors Field in 80 degrees. Obviously, you got to recognize the downside is there, but at no ownership, cheap price point, bad pitching slate, I can see it. Vasquez, we talked about him last slate. It was the Hancock game. Hancock let me down last night. And I talked about Vasquez on that slate where his velocity was up throughout spring, and then the first results for the first 3 games are good. And I did like him some, but I also mentioned like I'm not really buying it with Vasquez being a legitimate starter going forward. I just need to see more. And then obviously didn't pitch well against Seattle in a pretty good spot, pitching at home against the Mariners. I like the Rockies here, man. They've been feisty at home. When they've had good pitching matchups, they've gotten the job done more often than not, right? We've gotten huge games out of Johnston, Rumfield. I think their best hitter overall is Mickey Moniak. He's in there in the 2-hole. Love him, even at an elevated price tag. And this Rockies team just has a little more punch to it than they've had in recent years. So the 2 through 5 Rockies, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think can do some damage. And yeah, like I said, kind of got my doubts about Vasquez. I mean, prior to those first 3 starts this year, he was like a very, very fringe MLB starter. And I think he might come back to that before long. It's easy to, not easy, but, throw as hard as you can for the first 3 starts of the year. Can you sustain that? Maybe, maybe not. I think Vasquez might be in for some bad starts here. And the Rockies, like they've been at home now for, I think this is their 5th straight game. So they've it's a unique park that you adjust to the altitude and the way the pitches break and all that stuff. The Rockies feel like they could put up 6-7 runs in a couple innings against Vasquez and maybe be off to the races. So I really like the Rockies here.
Caglione crawled so Dollander could walk. I like that. Put it on a t-shirt. I mean, I totally agree. And one thing I used to always look at more, like when San Diego is going to be the most popular team of the slate and Colorado will be under-owned, even though Coors always gets owned both ways. I'm not saying unowned, but lower owned. And it's only a -149 money line over at DraftKings, our partner, DraftKings Sportsbook.
Give me the Rockies money line, by the way.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a good price. Like plus one, what is it, 129 right now? Like, you got a good price. I'm totally with you. I'm on the Rockies side. I didn't even know about the Dollander part like that. Once you said that, I was convinced even more because I was convinced just with the bullpen game, like just that they were going to throw different guys out there. I was convinced. I'm even more convinced with Dollander. Sign me up. I'm on the Rockies. I'm with you. The one guy that I'm not playing that I'm sick of is Tovar. Every other guy's in play for me. I am done with you. So he's probably going to hit a bomb. Make sure you play him tonight, DC.
5K Tovar. I'm with you. I'm off Tovar.
Yeah, he's killed me too. They finally screwed him down. He's the coldest guy on the whole team, and I probably won't play our old Twins guy either, Eduardo or however you say his freaking name. All right, Blue Jays, Angels. Our boy. How are we supposed to pronounce this dude? What did JSU say last week? Kokonowitz or something? How did he use some European name or something?
I think we settled on Kohanowitz, but
Kohanowitz, yeah. Kohanowitz versus Corbin. I went against Corbin last week too, and I'm pretty sure he just shoved on me. I didn't get anything against him if I remember right. But we talk about this lineup every day, DC. Left-handed pitching against all these righties that murder the ball up top. 1 through 4. And somehow, even though I keep making fun of Peraza, he's had like 5 monster games, averaging 12 a game. Look at this lineup, DC. How do I not love the Angels? 60-degree weather, blowing out a little bit. I don't love the park, but man, how do I not love these 4 guys against Patrick Corbin? Throw any of these guys down here for my full stack. Toronto stinks. How do I not like the Angels tonight, DC.
Yeah, we ride together on the Angels. We've been on them a lot this year. They've generally come through in these good matchups. Tons of power from the right side, which profiles is exactly what you want against the lefty Patrick Corbin. You know, not the perfect weather or park, but good enough. I mean, Neto, Trout, Adele, Soler, just right off the rip there, right? Those top 4 guys. Like, when you watch this game, they're gonna look like home. You know, they're gonna get massive cuts off of Corbin. Whether or not they connect is obviously a harder thing to say, but I don't know if any team outside of maybe Coors Field has more upside than the Angels. The last time I really touted them was against Weathers. They had 3 freaking home runs in the first inning. This seems like that type of game for me with the Angels. These are like really matchup dependent players who have high strikeout rates, but huge power, going to crush lefties. I love the Angels. My favorite stack overall tonight. And yeah, right there with you. I will say the lineup drops off a lot in the second half. 5 through 9.
It definitely drops. It's not a team that we're stacking the bottom like we do with some teams.
I don't love the 5 through 9, but I absolutely love the 1 through 4. So
to be fair, too, this isn't confirmed yet, but I don't know if they have anything they can even put at the bottom to make me feel good.
I mean, unless one of these guys is hurt, it's going to be those top 4 at the lineup.
A lot of the other places have Peraza in the 5 hole, and I actually hope they do because, I mean, he's come through for me. I don't mind him being my 5th guy in this stack. So he's sucked in past years for the Yankees and wherever else he played, but he's hot, man, and I don't mind him being the 5th.
Swinging a better bat than I had given him credit for. So, yeah, if he's in there in the 5 hole, absolutely complete the 5-man stack with Peraza, especially at 3,200. Can play him at second or third. I like that call. But, yeah, the top of the Angels lineup, I mean, just too good for me to avoid. I'm not sure what you're seeing for ownerships, T, but, I mean, Sabres got these guys at like 10% or under for these guys. I can't believe that's going to be true.
The good part about baseball, as you know, people just spread around, man. Like you can't really get too high on a Coors Field slate where there's just not enough ownership. But they can't be more than like 10%, which is freaking awesome. The only reason I know Peraza's been good is I used to always just play these scrubs without worry. Like when I see this lineup, if it was this lineup, I would always just play these 4 and like not be scared to play this Bryce dude or something. And then recently, for whatever reason, I got soft and I don't do this. And I kept fading Peraza. Like the day you're talking about, I faded him. A different day, I faded him. And he hit a grand slam one day. Another day, hit 2 bombs or something. And I'm like, why am I scared to play one bad guy? I got 4 guys. We all agree we like these 4. Why do I care about the 5th? Any of these guys, pop them in there. Who freaking cares? Like, bad guys do good too in baseball. I hate that I picked up that hitch of only like wanting to play good guys now.
You probably picked it up from me because I do the same thing. I refuse to play players I think suck.
It's baseball though. Like,
I know. It burns me. It has for years, all the time, and I'm not sure if you just like remember it when it does, or if it's actually a flaw in my game.
No, I think it does because there's how often does 1 through 5 the winning stack? It's always like one random guy in there, always.
Yeah.
And granted, the flip side of that is you don't know which one the one's going to be down there, so it's more of sometimes, and that's when the magic happens when it all comes together. And say you play Vaughn Grisham tonight as your 5th. And somehow he's the one that hits 2 bombs or something. That's how you have that special night and you can get all the way to the top. To be contrarian, they say, if you go with San Diego, would you consider, first of all, anytime you're at Coors, all 9 guys. So do I like those guys at the bottom? No. Did I like the Dodgers guys yesterday at the bottom? No, but they won all the money. those 5 guys or 4 guys at the bottom. In baseball, every single guy is in play. I'm just saying, me and DC can whatever. Every guy is in play. Like no, especially in stacks. Like Is it more optimal? No, of course it's not more optimal to play Jake Cronenworth over Jackson Merrill or something. But it's baseball. There's 162 games. A lot of stuff happens. Don't be scared to play anybody.
Yeah, Coors Field, everyone's in play. No question about that. Finishing up this game, I mean, the top of the Angels lineup, we don't have it yet. I do think it'll be as expected, as projected, though. And I think they're the best plays on the slate. So we're both in on the Angels bats, especially the top of the lineup. Pick your poison, right? In the bottom half, if you want to complete the 5-man stack, no problem with that. They're all cheap. I think any of them work. And then Kohanowitz on the other side. Man, I don't love this Blue Jays lineup right now, Big T. They just don't feel like the winner. Varsho, Vlad, Sanchez, they're all fine plays. And Kohanowitz does suck.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Toronto's been so bad, though. So bad.
The numbers steer me more toward Toronto than my gut feeling does. My gut feeling says they let us down again. And the numbers, I mean, they're going to be close when it comes to baseball. So I'll probably go elsewhere. I'll mix in some Varsho and some Vlad, but they're not my favorite tonight.
Yep, I am with you. Let's move on to a much worse park. And, oh, man, Seattle's got a much higher total again than I was thinking. But you got Seattle and the A's. Luis Castillo, who's always been way better at home, even though he's getting older and dustier. Jacob Lopez. Don't love the park. I honestly don't love left-handed pitching against Seattle either. I mean, I like Ref Snyder. He's always been a good lefty masher. Julio Rodriguez, A-Roz. But the rest, Garver's always been a good lefty hitter too. But they got a lot of guys I don't like against left-handers, including the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. I don't like him near as much versus left-handed pitching. And the A's, I just don't love to pick on Castillo, especially in this park. So I'm going to be definitely not on the offense in this game. Maybe some one-offs and stuff, especially the Seattle side. Maybe I hunt some power with some of these big-time bats on the Seattle side, but I'm lower on this game. What about you?
Yeah, on the same page here for the most part. Castillo looks pretty dusty to me. I think this is his like 5th or 6th straight year, like very clearly in decline. Just, you know, if you measured our like 40-yard dash year after year from age 25 to 40, it would go down every year. That's kind of like Castillo's stuff. It's just getting worse. Arms running out of gas, and the results have shown it for Castillo. So he is better at home. But some of this A's lefty power, I'll call out specifically Nick Kurtz, who had a really rough start to the season, but is like, you know, if he performs to his potential, he's going to be like a 50 home run perennial hitter who, when he gets a hold of one, it's not going to matter what park he's in. Castillo worse versus lefties. I don't think Castillo's good in general. And Kurtz, he looks absolutely dialed in right now. I was looking at ownerships earlier, T. I think I saw Kurtz down at like 1%.
Yeah, got to be low.
Yeah, Sabres got him at 1% owned. I mean, that is an awesome one-off play for a guy with some of the most power in baseball against a dusty pitcher. I know he's expensive, but it doesn't matter if he hits 2 dongs, right? Like it doesn't matter what the price is. So I love Nick Kurtz here as a one-off. Cortez, another cheap guy you can play at 3K. Can run a little bit on Castillo as well. Looks like, yeah, Lawrence Butler maybe in the 7 hole. Might be leading off as well. I got a little bit of interest in a contrarian A stack. On the other side, Lopez, I don't think is any good really, but I like this Mariners. I mean, I was kind of on the Mariners lefties a little bit yesterday. They were pretty solid. Got some good production out of them for the most part. I like it less against Lopez throwing from the left side. Julio looks like he's coming around a little bit for me. Rosarena is cheap. Garver, like you mentioned. But not my favorite team. I'm more on the A side of this one. Specifically, Nick Kurtz, I think, is getting us a dong today.
He's just a beast, like you said. He was finding his footing a little bit. It's one of the reasons I like baseball more as the season gets going. The numbers, you kind of get some numbers in play. We get our game logs. You can see who's hitting good. Kurtz has fully found his stride. And my man James Forster was making fun of my 40. He always got my back, actually. 40 has gone down. He's always going to be a 4-4. Did you ever see that? So when they were doing like that chasing the GOAT, the DraftKings stuff, did you ever see the ESPN commercial they put making fun of my 40 time?
I never saw that, but I've been
never saw it. Like
I've been making fun of that 10-yard dash for like 7 years. So
correct. That's why I thought you would have. If you would have seen this, you would have. I'll send it to you. You'll die laughing. It like shows my Roto Grinders picture or whatever it was, and it's like Big T 44's 40 time is silly slow or something like that. It's like, but his football knowledge is off the charts or something. Like it was. Everyone made fun of me about it because it like popped up because it was this time of year. It was like during the NFL draft, or I can't remember. It was during maybe the NBA draft. It could have been.
Is Whistles still among us in the DFS streets? I don't think I've seen him.
I think he might have fallen by the wayside. I haven't seen that name in a minute. So I don't know for sure though. Don't get mad at me out there, Whistles.
No,
out there. I am not trying to no enemies these days. I want no enemies, but
we're just bullshitting on the show. We don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while though.
Honestly, he's probably doing something more lucrative anyway. So
smart dude for sure. He's probably definitely doing something more lucrative. Absolutely. Whistles no longer will. Y'all be made there. White Sox, Arizona. We got Merrill Kelly versus Sean Burke. Man, I like Arizona in this spot too. You got these lefties against Burke. I love when they bring this Del Castillo dude up. I like him. I like Fernandez. Arenado owned me. Got a little respect from me, averaging 9 points. And for whatever reason, the White Sox, man, like this Colson Montgomery dude just crushes. I play him so much lately. He just crushes. So I love this game. Murakami hits nukes. I don't like Benintendi and Miguel Vargas, but it is what it is. Pereira, I like better against lefties. So it's not the perfect lineup. Don't get me wrong, but I like some pieces in this thing. And I think this game could shoot out a little bit for me here in Arizona. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe someone in the chat can confirm, but I think the roof is going to be open here, which should have the game.
That's it right here in the hub. I don't know if it's accurate, but it says roof open in the old hub.
Yeah, so going to be warm in Arizona. We'll play hitter friendly tonight. We've only seen one game from Kelly. He started the year on the injured list. The 12.6 DraftKings points were okay, but 4 walks to 3 strikeouts, gave up a home run, 5 hits. He was pretty lucky to end up with a decent DK score. The stuff was down, which makes sense coming off injury for a team that needs pitching. I don't trust Merrill Kelly at all right now. I know the matchup's good against the White Sox, pretty good, but I'm kind of off him. Definitely off Sean Burke, and I'm with you on the bats in this game. I've mentioned most of this early on in these first 3 weeks of the season. The White Sox really have 2 guys that you want to play. You mentioned one of them, Colson Montgomery. I think he's 5th or 6th in the home run race since his debut around midseason last year. I think he's 35, 40 home runs in less than a full season. And then Murakami, who is going to have huge strikeout issues. He kind of already does, but Merrill Kelly's not a strikeout pitcher, so you're going to get good contact. You've got good hitting weather. And Murakami, his power coming over from Japan has absolutely translated. He looks like one of the more legit power hitters in all of baseball. So those are really the only 2 Big T, but I think both guys are awesome plays. Montgomery, Murakami. Those are the 2 guys I want from the White Sox. And then from the D-backs, it's the top of the order. Cattell, Corbin Carroll, who's off to a fantastic start. Perdomo's been a little slow, but I think he's going to be the same Perdomo we thought, that we saw last year. Some power, a lot of speed, huge batting average. And yeah, Sean Burke, not one to fear. So I think we see runs in the desert in Arizona tonight. I'm with you. No pitchers here. Give me the offenses.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Durant, though? What did someone say something about? Did we get Durant news?
I didn't see it, but I wouldn't have. So
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. That's why I was curious. All right, is this the last game, right? Dodgers, Giants. Dodgers going from Coors Field, massive park downshift to San Francisco. Yamamoto, man, he's good. Like he's a good pitcher. I faded him, I think, one or two nights where I had really good teams, and he just owned me late. He's a really good pitcher. I have to like him tonight, so I'm not going to like the Giants. And honestly, the Dodgers coming off Coors Field, you can play them anytime, but park downshift. Look at these prices, massive prices. 6,900 Ohtani, 6,600 Tucker. I'm off this game. I like Yamamoto a lot. I'm fading the Dodgers. I don't usually do that. I do not like the pricing even remotely here. So I'll keep it brief on this.
yeah, Landon Rupp going for the Giants. I don't think he's a great pitcher, but he's looked pretty good early on here in the season. And I mean, you and me are both kind of park and weather whores where we just don't play a lot of pitchers or a lot of hitters rather in San Francisco, right? I mean, it's just too hard to hit
with this much offense too. There's a lot of offense we like.
It's too hard to hit home runs. So I mean, could the Dodgers smash? Of course, but there are 18 teams to choose from tonight. You're paying full fright for the Dodgers coming off Coors Field. I'm going to go elsewhere. Pretty much fully off the Dodgers. You know, if the late night Dodgers hammers get there, then is what it is. But yeah, Yamamoto, I mean, I don't think he's the highest upside pitcher from start to start. I don't think we're going to see a lot of like 40 balls from Yamamoto, but he's going to get you 20, 25 plus as much as anybody in all of baseball. This Giants team not hitting, not a lot of punch in the lineup overall. Great place to pitch. Going to get 100 pitches out of Yamamoto. Honestly, Big T, this is one of the slates. You know, we talk about some slates we want to focus in on a couple pitchers and spread out the hitting. Sometimes there's many pitchers you can play and you can spread out the stacks or concentrate on the stacks. This feels like a tight pitching slate to me. I want Yamamoto and McClain in there. I'll take I think 50 from them combined. And then there's 18 teams to choose from, you know, with plenty of value to fill out your lineup. So I want the safe pitching tonight. There's just most of these guys I don't feel confident in, but two guys I absolutely do are Yamamoto and Nolan McClain. So I'm with you on Yamamoto. Again, I'm not expecting a massive game here, but I want the safe option on this particular slate. So I love Yamamoto here.
And there's nothing wrong with just putting a 20 piece up on the board. I mean, you don't need upside from every guy. I'm almost scared of how much we agree on this slate. I don't know if it's because we've been doing more shows together and we kind of just blend thoughts a little bit, but I haven't had too much that I've disagreed with. I at least like to disagree with something. I don't like to just sit here like, oh, I agree, but I do. Like, I want to play McClain. I do like the boobs too, but I like Yamamoto more than the boobs. And as you go down, don't like Luzardo, don't like Castillo. I don't like any of these guys. So I am 100% with you. I think I only want three pitchers, McClain, boobs, and Yamo. So I am, and I agree with my same two. Like, if I'm playing one team, it's McClain and Yamo. So, I mean, there's got to be one more, right? There's not, though. Like, I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these other guys. So
those are my three pitchers, T. Those are the three guys I'm rolling with.
I'm with you. So let's move over to, like I said, the hub. Check it out. All this stuff that I've been showing, fun stuff, team stacks. Let's move over to the team stacks. Obviously, San Diego at Coors is going to be the top team stack, but who is your favorite couple stacks? Who you got tonight?
Favorite stacks. The Rockies and Coors. I'll go with the more contrarian of the two in Coors Field and go with the Rockies over the Padres. The Angels, those right-handed bats at the top of the lineup against Patrick Corbin. Neither of those are super contrarian, but there are the two I feel most confident about. Then give me the Cubs against Luzardo, who's been hit real hard, wind blown out at Wrigley. Guys like Happ, Suzuki, Kelly, Bregman, Herner, they all look good to me against the struggling Luzardo. So Cubs, Rockies, and Angels will be my top three.
Yeah, I'm with you definitely on the Rockies and Angels. Angels, I mean, I think that's a team we've agreed with the most of the year. I like Arizona too in that game. Is there any sneaky ones down here? Like, no. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of sneaky. I wonder what the Dodgers are. Are the Dodgers just going to be unowned, even though we don't like them? I wonder if they'd be like a sneakier stack. But I'm with you. I hate to just keep agreeing. Have you used this setting right here? This is pretty cool. Like, what if we want to build a little 5-man Angel stack? What happens if you click build right here? Let's see what it gives us.
I'll answer this question. Pitt was going to be fourth for me. The top of the Pitt lineup against Rocker I like a lot.
Yeah, the lefties. The lefties against Rocker makes a ton of sense. So, like, look at this. I just clicked 5. It gives us our 4 guys we talked about we love, plus Hop. And then, look at all the options it gives you. If you don't want – say I don't want any chalk San Diego guys, okay? Don't want any of those guys in there. I don't want the Seattle Park, so they're out of there. Everything. It's just so many cool settings. Of course, I'm sure there's not a ton. Oh, Boynton's at the stadium, so, I want to load Boynton's core in there. Okay, there's Boynton's core. I want to play a bunch of teams because he's going to the game. You can just load his core. There's JSU's core too. Obviously, me and DC's aren't up because we're on the show. But if you want our core, sign up too. You can click it and just run it with whatever settings you want too. Like quick, you can run the Sims, smart, all kinds of different settings you can do with it. Let's see if we just run a quick one. So quick, let's do 5-3. For the fillers, let's just go top boom, ace and value, kind of what we like. Let's build 10 lineups just to show the people how easy this is using the hub, which did it not work? Oh, here we go down here. So, we can't have the hub giving us Herget here. How is he projected for 15? We got to get that fixed, stats. Can't be projected for 15 there, but all of them. So we let's fix that real quick here.
Real quick to finish off the four-man tonight. John Daly's been in here, all chat, some trolls, some compliments, but either way works. But if you want in the four-man with me, Big T, and Maria Don Geezy, send me a DM on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, send it there, and we'll get you in. I'll send you the link.
Yeah. So how do I get it? You just send it to me?
I'll send it to you. You just join the contest. Same as like the MMA stuff. Perfect.
I'll hop in there. I was going to play around with the settings, but all you got to do is go in and change the pitcher projection to where it doesn't put him in there. But anything else? Oh, yeah, home runs. We got to talk about home runs. Let me pull up the hitters. Top hot plus boom. Oh, hot plus boom. We got Corbin Carroll. I like Corbin Carroll.
You're not allowed to use the tools to pick your home run.
Is that cheating? Is that performance enhancing?
You got to go straight off the dome for the home run.
I was trying to show the people, but it does feel like cheating when one of the guys I was gonna like is up top like that, staring at me. Go first. You can pick first. Who we got? 3 bombs?
Well, I mean, I got to go back to my guy, Jack Caglianone, getting another one tonight.
Yeah, got to come back with him. You got to.
Easy first pick there.
I need Zach Nito. In the one hole, we both love the stat. Well, I think in the one hole. I forget I don't think the lineup was out yet. But Zach Nito against Corbin, love it.
I need to start releasing these picks as home run props to bet. Stats has been on my ass about this. Get these picks out there for the people, because they're hitting every day. I don't think I don't know if I've gone a day without hitting a home run pick. But Caglianone, the first one, Whew. Man, there's a lot of good choices today, Big T.
A lot of them, I know.
This guy has burned me a couple times. No, never mind. I'll go. We'll take the easy pick. O'Neal Cruz is definitely going yard tonight.
Yeah, I like it. And we did get, so they said Peraza in the 5-hole for our Angels. I love that because then I can go 1 through 5.
That's a sign that when you want the guy in the 5-hole, he's in the 5-hole for you. But you got to play him.
I like it. I'll go with Corbin Carroll. I'll go with the boom sheet here. It looks good here. I'm going to cheat and take Corbin Carroll.
It's a good call right there. The Rockies are all priced up, so no bonuses there. Give me I know he's not cheap, but he is unowned for DFS purposes. Give me big Nick Kurtz getting one tonight as well.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. You brought up a lot of good points with him. I'm going to go with a guy cheaper in the 5-hole, Peraza. We talked about him. It's a total random, but I wanted one under 3,500, and he's staring at me. The 5-hole and the Angels. I always want to call him Oswaldo, but there's no O in there. Wasn't that a different human, like Oswaldo Peraza? It was a different person, right? It's not the same human, I don't think. There was another dude named that, I swear, unless I'm just confusing it. Was there another human, DC?
You're saying there was also an Oswaldo Peraza, not Oswald?
I think so. Maybe not. I got to look it up. I just swear there was.
You could be right, but I can't speak confidently.
Nothing pops up, so it could just be one of those things in my head. Who was like the shortstop? There was like a shortstop for the Reds or something. What was his?
Could be true.
Probably not.
It's the best I can offer you. It could be
Jose
true.
Peraza. I guess that was Jose Peraza. All righty. We got through the basketball slate. We got through the baseball slate. Another 2-hour show for the people. Check us out, though. Playoffs 26% off any Run Pure package. Doesn't count SaberSim, obviously, but any Run Pure only package, 26% or 26% off, even the annual. So you can get the annual cheaper than ever. Basically, you get 2 months for free, over 2 months for free of the year. Check us out. I think you'll like it. You'll like the new tools that are going up. You'll like all DC stuff going up on the site, his cores, his chatter in the Discord, everything. You can make fun of Steve for going to the freaking game and leaving us stranded here. Check us out. Sign up for Run Pure Sports. It's a great time right now during the playoffs because we did a 2-hour show, but we're also putting content up, NBA, baseball, MMA, everything out there. Anything else, DC? Or are we going to get to the winner's circle tonight?
I hope you and I do, but I hope Boyden finishes dead fucking last as well.
I do too. I hope he loses it all tonight. Freaking Boyden, leaving us stranded. But send me the link. 4-man. If you guys beat us, hats for the winners and whatever the main thing is. I'll Venmo you some money too. The whatever it is, $18 or whatever the main thing is tomorrow. But let's have a good night. Both sports. Good luck, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.